anything that gets the juices flowing, like a rivalry game. And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to Ames, Iowa, home of the Cyclones of Iowa State. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Cyclones will kick it off to get us underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense takes the field for the first time today. Over the years, Iowa has dominated this series, leading at 47-24. The Cyclones have won 2 of the last 3, but home field hasn't meant much. The road team has won the last 3 clashes for the Cyhawks.
And last year's was improbable because Iowa State, they couldn't score. It was 13-0. If Iowa was better in the red zone, the game would have been over. But Rocco Beck came up absolutely clutch. Goes down the field with less than a minute, Palmer. And the always reliable kickers come up big in a rivalry game. 54 yards for the win at the Horn.
Yeah, I think this was the game that really showed Matt Campbell and his team that they had what it takes to win these tight, close games against really good opponents and really good defenses in a big moment, like what you just talked about with Rocco Beck putting his team in a position to win that game. Iowa State had a special year, reaching the Big 12 title game a year ago, but this was one of those games early in the season you knew there was something special about this team.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Using his legs, it's Moulton. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll leave it with him. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And the quarterback knew that counter run play was going to be successful. He did a nice job counting the box before the snap. He knew he had good numbers. He knew he had good angles and blocking. So that is a green-lit play from the get-go. Hand it off, go make yards.
He'll sneak it. Got enough for the first down. This rivalry is so important to the people of this state, and it dates back to 1894, guys.
Yeah, it goes back a long way, and when you watch the product on the field every year, it's usually low scoring, but it's a lot of physical, tough people on the field.
Yeah, and you know, people in Iowa, they just love football, and this is a rivalry game that really hits home for so many, regardless of which side of the fence you're on. In this game...
Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Now, the Hawkeyes have a whole new backfield without Caleb Johnson, who turned in one of the most prolific rushing seasons in Iowa football history. School record 21 touchdowns. He was this offense a year ago, David.
He was, and if you're an Iowa fan, man, Reese, we've been just clamoring for years. Just give me some offense, like some form of a passing attack. Another new system. Tim Lester comes in as the OC. Interested to see if they can air it out. They can be more fun to watch, and they can score more points.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. The give to the back. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
The Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quick release by the QB. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO fake. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind it.
And the Hawkeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Run in the red zone. It's Moulton. He breaks a tackle. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
Well, he was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for him.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
The Hawkeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man quickly. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Iowa!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Green. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped. When he brought it out of the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. So Iowa State's offense will take the field for the first time. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front, because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, they can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
They need something that goes forward this time on 2nd and long from the 14. They'll give it to the back. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
And the Cyclones come to the ball, trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Wants to throw. It's Beck. Under fire. He's going to run it. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
This is why third down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes. They put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for, some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line. It confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. He'll start this drive going to the air. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 15. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Quick pass on the fly motion. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down.
Well, just a really nice job there on that third down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a gain and now setting up 4th down.
And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Townsend. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. To the air, it's Beck. Throws to the tight end. He makes the catch. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Beck saved his best for last in 2024. 4 touchdowns to seal a classic Pop-Tart Bowl win. Unfrosted still better. This year he's going to have to get used to some new receivers, and they're going to need some guys to step up, David.
Unfrosted, absolutely not better first. That was blasphemous. You should never get away with that again. But Rocco Beck, he had a great, solid season. Came up in the clutch when they really needed him down the stretch of games. Another year in the system. Interested to see what the Cyclones can do now.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
The Cyclones come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He's looking to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
And the Cyclones will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Looking for space, it's Moulton. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Oh, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Makes the grab. Running with some authority as he bangs his way to the 43.
If you're trying to throw these curl routes against zone coverage, you got to have great time. Nice job there by the quarterback, understanding where he wanted to go with it, but also the conviction. Did you see the arm talent on that throw?
And the Hawkeyes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go. Hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Off play action on first down. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
The Hawkeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's going for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
And the Hawkeyes need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. He wants to throw it. Gets it to him on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And that's why as a defense you want to set up 3rd and long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. Now you have all those bodies flying to the football and they're able to make a tackle.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. On the way, and you betcha, a 59-yard field goal.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50 plus, and he did it with ease.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The give from the gun. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Here on 3rd down for this offense. Looking for a man. It's Beck. He lost one down the sideline. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
3rd down is a big factor in games. It's something I know this offense in particular practices often throughout the week, but they just haven't been able to get it done so far in this game on these critical downs. That time, quarterback can't link up with his guy, and they've got to find a better way of being more efficient on 3rd.
He'll field the punt and look for room. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Looking to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Fires to the big fella. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass is incomplete, and that's how the 1st quarter comes to a close. We've come to the break, and Iowa has the lead. They largely dominated this 1st quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. The Hawkeyes send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Takes the handoff, it's Hansen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Beck. Going for the big play. Reels it in down the left side. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
Really nice poise by the quarterback on that throw. He's obviously backed up deep in his own end. He knows he can't take a sack, but all of his focus is downfield on coverage. He finds the matchup he wanted, and it's an explosive play for the offense through the air.
Leaves it with the back. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
With the catch, it's Jackson. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinator.
Turning it on! Makes it past the marker. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Cyclones coming off a program record for wins, their second-best bowl finish ever. Who could forget that Pop-Tart Bowl victory over Miami? Matt Campbell continues to have the clones flourishing.
Yeah, made it to the Big 12 championship game. Now they're trying to take the next step. You've got Rocco Becht at quarterback. He's a really good young talent, David, and someone I know they want to keep building around.
Yeah, he's just fun to watch, man. He makes all the plays, will scramble if he needs to. Been really good late in close games. That was something a year ago. They won a bunch of those games. But you're right, Reese. In the beginning, Matt Campbell, he's still here.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Hansen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Becht. Got his man. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business. The Cyclones are threatening on 1st and goal. He'll do it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Trying to bull his way in. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Iowa State! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Leaves it with the running back. There he goes! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. They'll give it to him again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
to fire on second down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Working that left side now. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Great job by the receiver catching that curl route. And did you see the way he came back to the football? That's a great lesson for a lot of young receivers out there. You create separation by coming back to the quarterback.
And the Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Out of the backfield, he's open. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
First and 10. Grabbed behind the line, it's Townsend. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
They'll line up for a second down play. Scanning the field, it's Beck. Makes the grab. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Wants to throw on third down. Fires to the tight end. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Catch in the middle, it's Sauer. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
If you're going to attack and have success against man coverage, then you've got to have great time between the quarterback and the wide receiver. Really nice rapport. You can tell these two have been spending a lot of time this offseason throwing to one another.
They're going to run it to the right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
And the Cyclones have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Looking to fire. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Here they come facing third and long from the 20. Back to pass, it's Beck. Got out of trouble and throws. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. The lead is down to a field goal.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. On the run, it's Moulton. Creates a little space. Gets a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job and contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. He's brought down right at the 30-yard line. That's short of first down yardage. 4th down is coming.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Tosses it incomplete.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Quickly to the tight end. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. We saw it on that play.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Townsend. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
At the 35, 4th down coming up.
The Cyclones decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. He wants to throw. It falls incomplete. How about the trickeration on 1st down that just goes awry? What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. This time he's got it. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
And the Hawkeyes really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll run the sneak for it.
Yeah, that's what my old college coach used to call Red Snoopy. Little QB sneak. Just get it, tuck your head down, drive those legs, get the first.
The Hawkeyes with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Completes it in the middle. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Well, Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
And the Hawkeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The Hawkeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. Little touch pass to the receiver. Breaks into the open. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and I just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
And the Hawkeyes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Gill.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Power football with the run. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Rush is on him. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Nice job in coverage on that 3rd and short, defensively taking all the throws and options away from the quarterback, and now we're setting up 4th down.
And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. That gives them a 16-10 lead.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. So now it's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Beck. Quickly complete. He goes out of bounds, couple yards short of the 20. They'll mark it at the 18.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
When you've already set your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the 3rd possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical 3rd down, forcing an incompletion.
And the Cyclones will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Gill. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. They'll immediately call timeout.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Good enough for
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. The give on the option. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Iowa.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Caught over the middle. It's Anderson. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play. 15 yards on that one, and a first down.
He's brought down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. Never a doubt. Right down the middle.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, these fan bases have been hyped, and with the Cy-Hawk Trophy up for grabs, who knows what the second half will give us. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Iowa and Iowa State plays out.
The Hawkeyes will kick it off to start the second half. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
Pulled out of bounds at the 23-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The play action fake. And they're not on the same page there.
Well, they weren't able to come up with the completion on that play, but let's point out a positive here. How about the pass pro up front by this offensive line? They did an outstanding job giving their quarterback time to throw.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Beck. Finds his big tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these 3rd downs present themselves.
Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 22. The give out of the gun. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Tell you what, that was a lightning fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Here's a heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Gill.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
And the Hawkeyes come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll run for it on third and short. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on third down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
The Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field. Might as well give it to him again. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
The give to the tailback. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Gill. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Give to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Hand off from the shotgun. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down.
On that third down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on fourth.
And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Not very pretty, highly effective using that carom off the left upright. And that lead grows even bigger.
Iowa State 10.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
This one away.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Caught in the backfield, it's Hansen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this defense knows they're going to have to go sideline to stop this offense. Nice job there rallying to the back who caught the swing pass there on the right perimeter.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Now the play fake. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
The Cyclones will bring the punt team onto the field. Just needs a crack to get a return. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Toss sweep right. And some room to work. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Snagged out of the air. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a 1st down like they did there.
They'll try the run. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Hawkeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Jet sweep headed to the edge. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
You know, in the running game, there's a lot of ways that you can attack a defense. You can do it conventionally with running backs, and we're seeing more and more teams use the quarterback in the RPO game and zone reads, but I love when you sprinkle in a little jet sweep. Use the athleticism of your wide receivers to help you go get 1st downs.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Quickly complete. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now on 2nd and goal. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense.
That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. Got it behind the line. It's Patterson. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. The distance is no problem, but this angle from the left can test you. That is no good. And after the missed field goal, this lead is still at 12, guys.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from a game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
On the run, it's Hansen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be...
And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they had made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Kick is in the air. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Send the tight end in motion. Here's the handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
What a great play by the defense. Listen, that's why he plays defense. Yes, I get the jokes. Defensive guys can't catch real well. But the offense, they caught a big-time break right there. That could have been disaster on their side of the field. Could have been a big turnover that led to points.
Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Quickly out to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Grabbed over the middle, it's Sauer. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, these wide receivers work the middle of the field. So much of this is feel, understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Townsend. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play could put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind.
And the Cyclones can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
The Cyclones come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Townsend. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football. But this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, 1st down.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And the Cyclones with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass, it's Beck. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. The Cyclones come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on 1st down. The throw to the outside is complete. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
And the Cyclones in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Snagged in the middle, it's Townsend. Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a 1st down. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. To the ground with the back. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Under fire. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Here's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. The lead is now back down to 9. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They go to the ground. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. On the move, it's Washington. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Throws for the tight end. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. It's caught. Still running at the 40. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Off play action. The short hands, it's Salter. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. They'll run it out of the shotgun. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
To throw, it's Beck. Finds his tight end. Headed to the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Cyclones!
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
PAT unit on the field.
Is on for the extra point.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. He'll get this drive started from the 29. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Now, and a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Bringing the heat. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looking to the big tight end. On target to the left. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
The Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. The receiver on the jet sweep. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
So many offenses do this, right? They run the jet sweep. This defense was more than ready. They see it all the time. They got the penetration. That play had no chance to be successful.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for room. It's Patterson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced a 3rd down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a 1st down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice, but this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab. It's Anderson. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Back to throw, it's back. Hauls it in. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the right. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
From the gun, running back on the move. Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
Powerful running as he trucks his way to the 28.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Well, we've seen this a couple times on this drive now, but having a lot of success with the quarterback sneak, and there's something going on up front right now, whether it's just the offensive line getting a better push or he's finding the crease to the right side of the center or to the left side. Whatever he's doing, it's working. The defense has not been able to stop him, but they just ride the center and the QB sneaks.
Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Finds the tight end. He's pushed out of bounds at the 22.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. This time they'll go to the running game. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. The Cyclones are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
And these are the big decisions you have to make in a football game. How confident are you in your defense? That's all this decision comes down to. If I kick a field goal and I trust my defense, that's how this game could end. Or do I want to roll the dice because I don't believe in my defense?
Splits the uprights. Good. They have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Big time kick right there, man. 4th quarter, clutch time. You needed to come through to take the lead, and now the pressure goes to the defense. You got to keep this lead. Got to get a stop or 2 more, and you can get the dub in this football game.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. The hand to the running back. Slips, slithers, and jukes his way out to the 26.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
The Hawkeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Talk about saving your best when the moment is the biggest. Nice job in the 4th quarter. Been grinding all day. Made the biggest run of the day when it counted the most. Picked up the 1st down in a pretty close ball game.
And the Hawkeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on 1st down. He's going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
QBs and wide receivers spend all offseason together throwing the football in air. I mean, really developing that chemistry and timing. Understanding I get man coverage, I'm throwing this to you right now.
The Hawkeyes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down.
Man, let's not make football hard. The quarterback sneak has worked, and it continues to work. Keep using it until they stop it on those short yardage plays.
And the Hawkeyes are rolling down the field. The give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. On target. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's when he catch it, big fella.
The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big third down. Here comes the heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Tight end now in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
It'll be 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Beck. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. Toss to the outside. Find some fresh air. Got enough for the first. Big run there. Gets it inside the 20, all the way down to the 14 before he goes out of bounds.
Well, that's the best run of the day for him so far. He's a guy that looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. He's beginning to wear on this defense a little bit. If you're on offense, you probably want to keep giving him the ball.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down.